They say animals can sense things that human cannot, and I believe that's true because I've seen it with my own eyes. Hello everyone and welcome to HiSo podcast. So in today's session we will talk about how your energy speaks before you even do and how it reflects on your life. Let me begin by telling you a little story. For a year and a half, I was in a relationship with someone, and every single time he came to see me, my dog would go crazy over him. Every time he would start barking, growling, and he was just feeling restless. And the problem was I could never understand why he was doing this. And I just thought maybe he didn't like strangers or it was something random. But it was strange because my dog is a very calm and very kind animal. I mean, he would never bark at anyone, and it was just very surprising for me to bark at my own boyfriend. I also thought he maybe was just feeling jealous because of him, but I didn't have like a specific reason for his attitude. But deep down, I always knew there was a reason because animals don't lie. They don't fake emotions and they don't overthink or rationalize like we do. They just feel, they sense energy, pure raw energy. That's it. And after we broke with my partner, now as I'm looking back, I realized something powerful. Maybe life was just trying to protect me. Maybe the universe was sending me a message saying something about this energy isn't aligned with yours. And this doesn't mean that this person necessarily had bad intentions for me. It just means that something about them wasn't meant for me. And you see, energy doesn't lie. A person can say all the right words and do all the right things, but if their energy doesn't feel right, your soul will always know. So back to the story. A few months after I broke with this person, I started seeing another person casually. And he liked me, but I just didn't feel the same way. And you know what happened? My dog didn't bark, not at once. Because even though I didn't feel the romantic spark between us, his intentions were clear for me. His energy was calm, grounded, and kind. And that's when I understood something that changed how I see people forever. Sometimes animals see what our heart refuses to see. And maybe that's why I started trusting my intuition even more nowadays. Because just like my dog could sense people's energy, our souls can sense it too. We just have to learn how to listen to it. And if you ever meet someone and something inside you feels heavy, tight, or you just feel off, don't ignore it. Just definitely don't ignore this sign. Because that's right there is your inner guidance speaking. That's God whispering, pay attention to this person and his intentions. You don't always need a logical reason to distance yourself from someone or something. Energy is the reason enough by itself. And sometimes when people leave your life, it's not a rejection, it's a protection. Just see it in this way. Because if God knows something isn't aligned with your path, He will make absolutely everything possible to move even mountains just to protect your peace, and He will create distance between you and this situation or person. At the end, He will expose the truth and He will use discomfort as a direction. So don't find endings, just bless them, because sometimes God removes what you think you need to make space for what your soul actually needs. And speaking of listening, I want to talk about something else: guidance. Not just from God, but from people around you who truly sees who you are. So I've always been the kind of person who loves to talk, to express and to share what I've learned with others, not just for attention, but because I genuinely want to help others, to inspire them, to make them think deeper, to just feel more and to become more. And you know what's beautiful? My friends saw this in me before even I saw it in myself. Because they used to tell me, you should do something where to talk to people. You have the voice, you have the confidence, you have the energy. And for a long time, I didn't believe them at all. Or maybe I believed them, but I wasn't sure and I didn't believe in myself that I can do something like this. And the thought that always appeared in my mind was, who am I to talk in front of people? I mean, I'm just a girl. Who am I to talk in front of all the world? But look at me now. I'm here talking to you, sharing my own stories and creating something meaningful just because I listened. Because sometimes guidance doesn't come from signs from the sky. It comes from the people who loves you enough to see your potential when you just cannot. So if your friends or someone you trust keep telling you, hey, I think this is your thing, don't ignore it. This is not random. That's alignment speaking through people. And I want to share something from my experience, my mistakes, and just my life. When you start trusting energy and when you start trusting guidance, life becomes way more easier and lighter because you just stop forcing things and you start flowing with them. Now, as we are on this topic, I want to touch something even more deeper, something that we don't talk about enough, which is sexual energy. Let's begin with this, that this energy isn't just about intimacy. This is your life force, about your passion, your creativity, and your power. And when you share it with someone who isn't aligned with your path, you lose a piece of it. You are starting feeling drained, unmotivated, and even disconnected with your inner self and with your own energy. So when my past relationship ended, I realized I had given so much of that energy away, and energy that I could have used to build myself, my dreams, and my purpose to the world. So after that, I just decided to reclaim it. I decided to redirect it into my brand, into my mission, and my message. And that decision changed everything, because when you protect your energy, especially your feminine energy, you glow differently, you attract differently, and you just create differently. And right now, that's what I want from you, to start protecting your peace, your intuition, and your energy, to stop questioning why people leave and start thanking God for showing you who's not meant to stay, to trust the signs, the people who support you, and even the animals who try to warn you, because sometimes they see clearer than we ever could. Remember, your energy is your language. It speaks before you even say a word. It introduces you before you even enter a room. So take a good care of it, because it's not just who we attract, it's about who we become throughout this journey of attracting.